This is a 2000 F150, the XLT. It's the V8 with the 4.6 liter. And there's two valve covers. There's the driver's side and passenger side. This is the passenger side. So the valve goes under this metal cover right here. This is part of on top of the valve cover. And then, like, you can see how it's all oily and stuff. It's, like, this is like old oil right here. But yeah, if you look, like, there's like oil even down in there. And then where the two things connect right here, you can see this is like rubber from the gasket, and it's pushing up, and then like you can see how it's like up farther right here, and there's kind of almost like a little gap in there. If you have like a pressure thing, you can add it. You could probably see the oil shooting out of that, but the gasket needs to be replaced. And in order to do that, what you first need to do is that this hose right here that goes down in, it literally just pops up. See that? I'm not going to take it out right now, but yeah, that pops up. And then you pull that out, and this hose, so you can see it, and then you just move that hose out of the way. And then the other thing that's going to be in your way is this line right here is connected to these wires that go to your fuel injectors and stuff. And then this harness is keeping all these wires out of your way and stuff. So that harness comes all the way down to here. And then this one's rusted off, so you'll pull this off, and then, you know, you'll get the cord out of the way afterwards. But then, yeah, it's connected here, and then these have these little clips. I had it off a minute ago, and see how that pulls off. And then, because there's two screws here, and then there's 4 screws on top, and then 4 screws on the bottom. And to get to these screws on top, it's being held on, or these clips are on top of the screws. So once you pull that off, be careful with these connectors. There's a bolt there that you gotta unscrew. And when you unscrew these bolts, they won't come all the way out. You'll just get all of them loose, and they'll come off with the top of the gasket. So there's one of the top ones, and then if you look by my finger, it's all greasy, it's hard to tell, but then there's going to be a second part of this harness that you're going to pull off that bolt there, and then it kind of pulls out like if you see it, it pulls out at like a 45 up and out. So that's when you follow it back. There's another, to get to one of them other bolts, you're gonna have to pull that off and then move this whole rail of wires with the wires up out of the way. And then there's a bolt there by the stick, and then one way back in behind there that's going to be kind of difficult to get to. So then there's the 4 bolts on the bottom, the 4 bolts on the top, and then these 2 here that you got to take off, and then hopefully I'll be able to slide that out and then be able to get a new gasket in there. That's what it says to do in the manual. This side's easier than the driver's side, because the driver's side, you gotta remove like the intake stuff to get to, and then yeah, there's like the hole that would have to come off. So they're two different gaskets, so you know, make sure if you're getting one replaced, you know it's the right one. And I can tell that my gasket's kind of coming up right here. I have to add like oil, a good amount of oil between oil changes. So I knew I had some kind of leak in the oil. Well, I guess it could have been burning, but I figured it was leaking because you can see oil up on here. And yeah, them bolts, one of them, that bolt down there looks really rusted. The other ones, but yeah, so your hardest ones are going to be getting, because there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is like behind that cap. So that's probably going to be your hardest. And then the other one back there, once you pull off this like you did up front here, and then those just go on, because there's like little metal things sticking out of the bolts that those clips go through, and they're just holding the wires up out of the way, kind of, pretty much. That's all they're doing, and they rest on those metal things coming out of the bolts. So I don't know, we'll see. I've been trying to, yeah, I don't know. That's just if it helps anybody. Once I start getting into it, I'll maybe try and take another video if I can.